Up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to... Mike 42, Mike 49.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Jahan, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Let's go.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
On 2nd down, here's Smith, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They stop them for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
From the 27, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. From the 36, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They keep it with Smith on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They go play fake. Mahomes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because
Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw, Cousins. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On play action, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play fake. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Hopkins. As the first half is winding down, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead, take a seat.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sport. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Let's go, fellas.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Good route here.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down at the 28. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
152 fighter.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They run. Abdullah. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes firing complete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st. Now it's Smith. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. On the carry, here's Smith. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He spins free. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated touchdown.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Caught left side, Hopkins. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Listen to me.
They go play action. Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Cousins. That's caught at the 2. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and goal from the 1.
He's coming. We got double up.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. So the final seconds.